All right, we are live. Welcome. Welcome to a nice Saturday stream. Yeah. So today we're gonna be trying to make the whole forest. Like I said, 2 weeks ago now. I forgot to stream last week. um, but yeah. So that should be interesting. I have a few ideas. I'm probably gonna run into some problems along the way in terms of just the scale, but we'll see. We're gonna start small, and then if it works, we're gonna try to scale it up, but we'll see. Either way, before that, let's get some inspiration from some other people's stuff here. Oh, that's cool. I forget what that plant's called right now, but that's good use of that. That's a very vibrant, like, colorful plant. Works well for bubbles. Those are good bubbles. There's the original by Notma7. Alright. What is happening here? Oh, okay. So it's their first two organics. Okay, I'm not gonna be that. This looks like a dinosaur bones or something like that. Very kind of creepy actually. Yeah. This, however, looks like some kind of like Kirby alien thing, sucking up the ship, I guess. All right. What is this? That's pretty cool. Oh, they like put it into the wall. Okay. Is it coming out of the mist, as it were? I guess is that what we're implying? Okay, nice chitch. All right, not too bad. Skip to this woman. Now that's fun. I wonder how free-handed they did this, these lines and stuff. That's really good, though. Or if they did it with, like, a spline tool or something. You can't wait. Hold on. Oh yeah, you can. You can see both the dogs. Okay, there's two dogs. Oh, I need to fix that. Whoops. I didn't, let me just... No, not that one. Which one is it? Is it Mitch? No, that one's not. Nope. What is it? There we go. There we go. Now you can see me. All my glory. In my background. Okay. Anyway. Well, this is what we're trying to make, essentially. Quite literally. We'll see how well it works. I'm essentially going to be doing what I would be able to do in World Painter, but in game, right? So like you immediately see the results in game rather than having to, export the map, then import it into Minecraft, make sure it looks okay, make sure there's no errors. It's in the game already. You just look at it. That will be interesting. Oh, we could even use the mushrooms. That could be something, because the instant mushrooms are still a thing. That's an interesting border or trim, I guess. Not bad. We got an interior, okay. It's very, what do they use for these? Chairs. Looks like walls, but like... I think those might just be models. Let me look at a different... Okay, those are beds, and then the back part, I have no idea what that is. Well, at least half of a bed. But all right, and then they got some borked fences with whatever that is. They got a lot of definitely cheeky stuff going on that you can't just normally place. That's for sure. um, okay, cute little view. Not sure I like the glass in the background, honestly, but I guess it does kind of give it a foggy look. Alright, we got some nice mountains and a bridge. Took me an hour or less. Alright. I bet you I could do it even faster. Does look like they use like Terrigen or something, I think, for the mountains. Definitely command only, I would imagine. Or at least mostly. Maybe not the bridge. Though you could do the bridge with commands only. Alright. Cute little tower. Let's see, how much do we got here? I'm gonna skip a little bit here. Let's see what. Okay. Up to the top. Okay. Alright. It's got nice coloring, honestly. It just kind of really attracts your eye. Wow. It is pink, but it is a nice pattern, actually. I wouldn't mind that. It kind of reminds me of, like, doilies or whatever they're called. The, like, crochet stuff. Crochet. That's what I'm talking about. But they're called doilies, right? You crochet a doily? Am I crazy? Hold on. Doily. Yeah. Okay, it is. I'm right. Yeah, these things. My grandma used to make those. Okay. Honestly, those teeth are a little wild, but I do like the forest. Good trees, too. I like the smaller trees better than the big ones. Oh, this is a, whatever. Arena. A plot, but Mine Wars or whatever, right? Okay. This is a little wild. This reminds me of definitely a specific artist that I do not remember the name of off the top of my head. Ooh. Got ourselves a forest and a cabin and a lake, of course. Oh, they could have done the Aurora Borealis with blocks, and that would have been even better. Because they did clouds or whatever this is with blocks as well as clouds. Like I don't know. I understand the clouds with the presumably glass clouds. Not sure that I like that personally, but what? My first. Okay, this is actually. Oh, this is cool. Wonder if they use point light for this. No shaders. Yeah, they had to have used point light. That and obviously light, like literal light blocks lighting up like these areas, and like up through the windows. That's a really good idea. That's cool. I wonder how many. I want to. I want them to hold a light block and look at this build and take a screenshot. Hold on. Let's see if they will. Wait, what is he doing? What do we got going on? Yeah. Oh, no, what? There's no light blocks? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Then how did they do this? Oh my gosh. Okay, so they use tripwire for the dust effect, which is Or no, maybe I think Neku want. You can also no, it's also okay. Yeah, that's super cool. Okay, so then how did they illuminate this floor? How wild. Oh, okay. That's a good solution. Holes in the roof. Okay. Yeah, I am also trying to understand this. Okay, wait. Yeah, I'm also genuinely trying to figure out. Yeah, okay. Oh. It's literally like they're looking straight up into the air for that screenshot. Right? Or is that am I misreading that? Diagonal where did you say that? Yeah, correct. Diagonal build and the holes in the roof. Okay, never mind. No, yeah. Okay, holes in the roof. Okay. Yeah, so the holes are just shining straight down and they have, time set to like noon or whatever. And it's just beaming down in. Okay. Okay. Got it. That's really cool though. That's a brilliant. Brilliant. I don't know why it was so difficult to. Oh, that's nice. Phone background. It's a good way to use that. Though they're missing out on the frame with the phone background, I guess. So. All right. Let's look at this line, and then we'll get into the forest making. Okay. So we got a little bit of the technique going on. A little bit of the progress. So then they made like the organic part and then colored the shit out of it. Okay. Damn. That is a lot of coloring. Okay, they have two. There we go. Ow. That's insane. Dragon eggs for the hair. That's funny. Also, I guess, cobwebs for the whisker. Cobwebs and glass and just a lot of blocks. A lot of different blocks being used. Holy. Really want to know how long this would have taken, because this is like do it by hand basically. You can't texture something like this with commands. Not like this. Not yet anyway. Maybe if you use like crazy amounts of noise and stuff, but like even then it's just I'm not sure why you would want to do it. I don't know. By hand just works good. A future gadget lab from Stains Gate. I have no idea what Stains Gate is, but let's see. Is it an anime? It's an anime, okay. Why do I feel like I've seen this, but not really? Like, this looks vaguely familiar. No, I've not seen this. Okay. Anyway. Moving on. Let's get to the forest. So, let me get up onto here. I have plans, but I'm not sure how well they're gonna work. So first things first, the main like starting to this whole thing is terrain, right? Because I already have trees, right? We excuse me. I have a literal tutorial going over the method to make like instant trees with basically just commands. And those trees are somewhere. I don't know. Did I have some on this? I don't remember if I put any on this server. Okay. It might be on the other one. Well, I guess we can just make more always, right? Or use some of the ones that... Let me see about these real quick. This would be interesting to use these, because these are older trees. I think I've used these in previous streams even. Some of these. But I would need to make schematics for them, which is fine. Let's go ahead and do that now while I'm just standing around them. So we're gonna make a schematic for all of these real quick, because I have trees, but I don't have trees that I want to necessarily use. So I'm gonna actually make the schematic so that the roots are cut off. Copy. And then let me actually put this on here for now. And then we can /skim. Save. Let's call it oak tree _0. Just regular old oak tree. Okay. Boom. Boom. 1. Boom. Boom. 2. Oops. Okay. 3. 2. 1. 4. Don't necessarily need all of them, but I do want a good selection, so we'll get a good chunk here. Especially want the different heights and stuff to see how that messes with the scattering. Because, yeah. Do 2 more. Oops. Was it 7? And then this one. But I guess, you know what? Screw it, we'll just do them all. I might as well just do them all. Then I have them. 8. 9 and 10. Oops. And 11. Okay. Now, I guess I didn't get all of them, but that's okay. So I'll do the pines maybe if this works out, but let's just go from here. Okay. So now the main command that I'm going to actually be using is the terrain generation command. That I used quite a while back actually for a build that I never finished. Of course. Let me pull that up real quick. All the way to the bottom. Okay. So this, we already have, I'm pretty sure we already have the noise on this server. So, and let's get a nice open spot. Let's go right here. And boom. Okay, so I'm gonna try about this size. Hopefully this is small. Technically, it's not that small, but it is smaller than most things. Okay. This will work. This is good enough. Easy texture. Let me see if I can find actually mountain. Oh, is that the only mountain I have, really? Okay. Easy spline. No. Good. No. Okay. No, I don't want it. I don't want splines. Okay. Let me just do this. With wood, we have all these terrain. I think that's probably what we want. Do default and see what that looks like. Okay. Okay. 0, 3, and 5 for some reason. Okay. That probably wasn't on purpose. Not too bad. Oh. 5. Nope. Nope. Okay. Close-ish. So I think we could get away with scattering on top of just the moss block, maybe. Maybe moss block and the powder, but we'll just try. We'll try with just moss block first. So easy scatter, schematic, and we want our oak trees. I think that's right. Yeah, okay. Just making sure the dot's on that side of the underscore. Wait, what? Missing colon, expected syntax value found oak tree acceptable values. Wait. Oh, I think I have to put file name. There we go. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't know about this. There's a lot of floating trees. That's not too good. Not too good. Okay. I'm not sure how to make them not float. So, strict alignment to certain direction. No. I also. Oh, sorry.
Need to drink my tea, man. Keep yawning. I have tea. Made tea.
Just so that I can wake myself up. And I'm not drinking it. I need to drink it. Okay. Wait. Replace all unaffected surface blocks within a region that match the mass filter with a given block.
Must be set for this flag.
What? I don't think this is gonna work at all, but okay. I mean, it's great for the ones that are actually touching the ground, but darn. I am not certain how to make the trees touch the ground. To be completely honest. Like, um, I'm just messing with things. I have no idea. Oh. Okay, let's try 0.1. Okay, they're still floating. Still floating shit. Gosh dang it. I am very tired. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this much longer today. I mean, in theory, this sort of works, right? So I think what we could do is try this with thinner terrain, so or shorter terrain, if that makes sense. So like, yeah, like this height, and then we do that same. If we can ever get to it, there. Easy noise texture, yeah, okay. It is slightly, not really though. Oh, okay. No, that's not what we wanted. Oh. Z. I don't know what the Z is. Guess I'll just need to do that. Help me. Do one zoom. Okay. So that definitely made it taller. Alright. Yeah. Oh, I did start I playing Indiana Jones. Well, I didn't start. I played through the whole thing. And the Lost Circle or something like that. What is it? The Last or the Lost? I don't remember now. Whatever. Either way, started playing through it. It's actually a really fun game. Except I don't know if I love the not being able to go into third person for most of it. I don't know. And then forcing you out of it for like certain specific things, like going through a thin crack or something, or like climbing up your whip or whatever. I don't know. It's really weird. That choice is something. Um, but my main critique, I guess, for the whole game, and keep in mind, I do like the game. I think it's pretty fun. The puzzles are okay. Gameplay is pretty okay. Combat is pretty difficult, and this is where I get into my contention with it, because combat is not like horribly difficult, but it's also not good, right? So there are points where you feel like you figured it out, because like you'll hit an enemy and then you'll get to like a hard enemy and they just wreck you like over and over again, and you feel like you're doing something right, and then it just becomes inconsistent in how you're like blocking or whatever, like the timing or whatever it is, or you'll just run out of stamina. But I probably missed a good chunk of the game just kind of trying to like zoom through it. And I probably could have been stronger going into fights than I was. I don't know. Either way, that's not even really the biggest problem with the game. My biggest problem, well, if you can even really call it a problem, is the ending. And I'm gonna try to talk about it without giving anything away, obviously. I mean, if you don't know that Indiana Jones wins, then like you're playing the wrong game. But anyway, the place, right, that they fight, it felt like there should have been so much more, like, to explore and stuff, because they introduced this giant thing that is like the like driving force of like most of the whole plot, right? And like it's gonna be like this big thing that like the villain's gonna use to, you know, destroy the world or whatever. But you don't even get to explore it. It's like this really cool thing. They could have put so many like puzzles and stuff to get it. Like maybe you had to like find the bad guy, or like somehow the bad guy took things from you and you have to solve the puzzles just to get the ship or whatever to work. Like, I don't know. And then they just ignore that, and they like kind of skip straight to like from you finding that place, right, to the battle. Like straight to it. You're just kind of like, I mean, it's a cutscene away, but like if you skip the cutscene, it would just be you'd be like walking into this place, seeing this magnificent, crazy thing that you could explore, or that you thought you were gonna explore, right? And then they just blue ball you, right? And it's really sad, actually. But yeah, other than that, think it is a pretty good game. Not worth $50. If they had actually done that ending like I kind of expected them to, I might be saying, yeah, go buy it. Like, and I did get it, you know, on sale, so like $10 off or whatever. Not really that great considering. Still a very expensive game. And it does look good, but it's not like it's not GTA 5 or anything. You know, it's not like they way the fuck overdeveloped it and then had to step back and be like, yeah, all right, well, we still got a lot. We're good. Anyway. Point is, pretty good game. I think they botched the ending, and I think combat is not great. But yeah. No? Wait, what? Oh. There we go. Okay. And now we try the scatter again. Yeah, I think it's gonna fuck it up more on that than it is here. Okay, it fucked it up here. I didn't think it would do that. That's really weird. That one, yeah. I'm not really sure here, honestly, because let me just get rid of this stuff just real quick. See if that does anything. Still some floating fucking trees. Gosh dang. Alright, well. It seems like this test is not going to actually work as well as I'd hoped, but we can at least get something from this. Wow, okay. I don't know. Why would you put two? I don't love this. It's not nearly working as well as I'd hoped. Maybe it's because I'm not doing like a change in orientation. Maybe I need to allow them to rotate or whatever. I already forget what that was. Palettes. Nice gen. No. Man, I have no idea. I'm trying to think, but yeah. All right. I'm getting too tired, and honestly, we are close, but I think I need to talk to some people and see, or not some people, but ezTac or Zorani or Nico, and see what's going on. Because, yeah. Don't want that many floating trees when there are some that aren't and others are. But yeah, the Moss G Mask is doing nothing, and don't love floating trees. But yeah, with that, thank you all for watching. I am sure you know how the buttons work down there by now, so do click them as you please. Mr. Hayud, well, that's my other one. That's how tired I am. Pluto out.